Hi, my name's Albert Reyes, and we're at Sade Gallery in Los Angeles. The title of the show is called Teenage Coyote Lovers. Gallery owner Brian helped me out with this title, and I think it's a representative of, it represents Los Angeles, you know? We've got a lot of coyotes around here, a lot of teenagers that love coyotes, and coyotes that are teenagers that love each other. So this is like when you walk into the exhibit, this is like some of the first things you'll see. I build haunted houses in my backyard and have haunted house like Halloween parties every year, and I wanted to bring a little bit of that to the gallery. So I built this structure here. It also enables me to have like more wall space for more art. I like to bring a lot of artwork into an art show to like overwhelm the viewer, and also to get the viewer to engage more with the artwork and not just be a fast read. This is something cool that I like. I found this toy red car on the street. My next door neighbor has a laser burner, and he took one of my font pieces. I like to do things with font, and I did this piece on a book cover, The Last Supper, and he laser engraved it onto this little plastic car red door. Enjoy that. Okay, this is more pieces, paintings, people in the neighborhood, free the truth, you know, because there's a lot of lies out there, and you know, things like that. And these are a bunch of these are all prints, red prints that I make at Kinko's. I run them through their laser printer. I run them over and over again. Check out this one in depth. And what it does is when you run it through so many times, it's easy to register the registration to get it always correct because it's a laser printer. You just lay it on there, creates this kind of effect, a really cool effect. And then I get in trouble at Kinko's though because they get mad because the next person who comes through to use that machine, if they're printing out whatever they're printing out, black and white, all this red ink will just appear. So I kind of have to jump from Kinko's to make these guys. Here we have some cups. Every time I get out of my car, I would always find a fast food cup on the floor. I started collecting them. Didn't know what to do with them, so I decided to cut in faces of jack-o'-lanterns. And you know, the reason why they do this on Halloween, you know, you carve a pumpkin, put it on your front porch to scare away evil spirits. I'm doing it with fast food cups because I'm trying to scare away the fast food spirits. Well, check out these. This is some new work I have. These are newer pieces, just for this show. This is our cat, Juicy. This is Michael Myers, but I like to add my mustache on him. And this is airbrush. Here you have my tag. I don't really do graffiti anymore on the streets. I only do it in the art show, which means it's not really graffiti. I think real graffiti is vandalism, and this is not vandalism. I had permission to do this, but back in the day, late 90s, early 2000s, I would write this in San Francisco. G-I-V-E, give, and also write take. Okay, here are some more pieces. These are inspired by this guy right here, Basquiat. Those paintings he has at the Brogue in LA, the wooden fences. So I really dug those paintings. I liked the energy of those, and I kind of came out with these off of those. Art is always inspired by other artists, I feel. Here are some really cool people that came through, dropped their artwork, dropped their tags. These are real graffiti artists, real vandals, and I appreciate them adding to the art show. Airbrush and paint combined. Here's a sculpture. I had all these elements just sitting in my backyard. Cinder blocks. This is a thing to hold up an umbrella. And cans, spray painted the cans white. Put a wire through there, and I just like this, how it looks. Okay. Here we got Terrifier. Here's a shout out to Barry McGee, one of my favorite artists and someone who's inspired me throughout my life. Here's my lovely wife, Mandana. Someone who inspired me throughout my life. Okay, here's at the end of the show, the whole show is filled with a lot of work, and it's a lot to take in, and then you reach this moment of clarity right here, and it's just a airbrush painting on wood of my wife, Mandana Ozlati, and you know, she's like my main person in my life, my love of my life, and she means so much to me. She's like a moment of clarity for me in the world that's full of chaos. So that's why I just put her on this wall. I like this effect that the wood began to crack. It created a really nice patina, I guess you could say, on the piece, and this piece means a lot to me. Here we got some abstract paintings. These are abstract paintings. This one's called Pervert. This is the pervert here. It's kind of like his beak, side profile, looking that way. Wood and house paint. Let's go over here. Okay. Here we got some more airbrush. This was I copied this image from a painting that they have at the Huntington Library. 49ers, I'm a huge 49er fan. Always been since I was a young teenager. So I put those two together. Let's go here. Okay, here's the red car that I found on the street. I think this is an interesting piece because you don't really get to look at it. People don't really are ever going to look at a car like this in this way, and then I added some poetry. When I met you, it was like meeting a powerful, ancient, magical kind of snake, a very mysterious presence. Right here we have a bunch of drawings, and they go all the way up to the ceiling. And then right here we have pictures of Austin and his girlfriend, and they're portraying it. Okay, this one is a big piece of plastic, and this plastic was on top of my haunted house, and it got really hot one summer. I think it was like 105, and it melted, and it created this shape. I kind of like it. Kind of reminds me of like a Frank Gehry building. Had to put it in the show. This is Matthew Wiseman's work. Let's get this one. This is Matthew Wiseman's work, and this piece is amazing. Matthew went off of this one, and he did this chain stitched. Okay, this is one of my latest, newest paintings. I made it just for the show. I consider it like a painting, sculpture, elements from roofing materials to metals to wood. I think it's a nice piece. We were modeling our bathroom. This was our old medicine cabinet, and when you open this, I think it's good to. We had some fog and we had some mirrors, so we had smoke and mirrors in this show. It's like what our whole culture does to us, are the media, smoke and mirrors. So you open this up, and there's the book of knowledge inside. Feel free to look through the book of knowledge. I should have cut this out and put like a knife or a weapon in there, but I didn't do that. So this work is about 10 years of work in this show, spanning from different time periods. A lot of it's new, a lot of it hasn't been seen, and there's also older pieces that go way back, and newer, and a lot of newer pieces. It took me 2 weeks to install the show, and I think it's going to be up for 3 weeks. So if you get a chance, you're in Los Angeles, check out Sade Gallery, check out my show, and I hope you enjoy it. I did it for everyone, I did it for the people, and I hope you enjoy it.